Welcome, everybody. This is the first episode of The Stig. I'm really excited to be here. I have myself, Michael Lifshotz, and Brad Huff here with me, my co-host. I thought it would be really nice to do an intro of what The Stig is, why we're here, who we are, and what qualifies us to be here. And we wanted to invite you to join us for more episodes as we build the Stig movement. So I'm going to pass it over to Brad if you want to just do a quick intro of who you are.
Aloha, everybody. My name is Brad Huff. I'm a former professional cyclist. I like to say has been, but forever will be, based on the integrity that I have in the sport, what I bring into my life after the sport, and which is working on being honest, being present, working through my transition from professional athlete lifestyle, the Peter Pan lifestyle, into reality, and helping other individuals embrace that with more wholeheartedness and more grace in our lives. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm stoked to be here.
Awesome. I'm excited to work with you. Give a little bit of background on me. My name is Mike Lifshotz. I am a founder, an entrepreneur, a bike racer. You know, I have a real passion for helping people. I love to share stories and things that I've experienced and hopefully be able to give people something back and something to learn from experiences that I've had. It's actually a very big part of the reason why we created this podcast, this movement in the first place. So what I'd love to do is talk a little bit about what the Stig is and why we created this. So it's important to mention that
let's be honest, you were the one that created this. You just invited me to be around it because you saw that I was being open and honest and sharing how I'm utilizing movement and activity and my vices in my life, but turning them into virtues. That's why you started this. I get to join.
You know, I think that brings up the story of how we met. I'm going to back up a little bit because this is one of the things that's really exciting. And to your point, part of the reason why I wanted you to go on this journey with me of creating this. So it was in 2003 or 2004 at the 2004 National Cycling Championships in Frisco, Texas. And I was out there on my own. I didn't have any friends, didn't have any people with me, was out there competing and going back to the hotel. Didn't have anybody to talk to or know anybody out there. And for those of you who know cycling or know high-level athletics, it's a very cliquey kind of situation. And if you know people, then everybody knows you and you've got a bunch of friends and people to hang out with. If you don't, you're on your own. And it's really lonely. It's also very awkward. And I remember I was out there, I was doing my thing, again, didn't know anybody, and was looking for some people to ride with for a team event. And I just went over to Brad just out of the blue, I think. We were talking about something else. We were talking about like tacos or just something random.
It was a small infield, and so it was pretty easy to talk to each other. It's not like we were 200 meters apart. We were like 10 meters apart.
We were pretty close. I might have seen your butt crack as you were getting changed or something.
Pretty much.
Then I felt like I knew you.
I mean, I don't have any boundaries, so I'm sure you saw a lot more than that.
And we were just started a conversation, and one thing led to another. We ended up riding as teammates in the team sprint. I don't think we did too well, but at the same time, I was just so stoked that this guy who had just won a national title in the Madison and was one of the people that everybody knew out there was talking to me. And
I was brand new, so I was looking for friends to connect with. So even though you were alone, I was doing the same thing because I was brand new in the sport. So it was like harmony, like it was just kismet that we met up.
The cool thing, and this is to circle it back, right? Whenever we feel alone, whenever we feel like there's nobody else who knows us, who gets us, who understands us, When you just open that door a crack, it's very likely that you're going to find somebody to connect with. That is a very big part of the reason why I started this Stig. Is there's anything that you deal with, anything that you go through, anything that you struggle with, there's somebody else that has too. And it's kind of funny because this is what happened when Brad and I met for the first time. If you just break it down to the bare bones, that is the whole meaning for the Stig. We started talking about building a podcast or a way to get information out to people so that, one, people could go on and see some universality, know that what we're going through, somebody else has as well. We want to do that as well as incorporate good information so we can combat stigma, misinformation, stereotypes, and all the things that keep people from being able to talk about what's really going on with themselves. The things that keeps us small, things that keep us in our little pocket, and let's give people an opportunity to experience the fullest selves that they can. That is what the Stig is. Talking about the podcast, what is it? So the plan for this podcast is there's going to be episodes where I'll be on and telling stories from my own personal journey, my own personal struggles and things that I've overcome. Brad is going to be doing the same thing. He'll be telling stories and talking on his own episodes. We're also going to have some where we're just having some conversation and getting to know each other and talk about things that we've both experienced and kind of help bring that out of each other. We're also going to be bringing on guests. We're going to be bringing on different kinds of guests too. So it'll be a combination of guests that are people that have just had lived experience and they're going to talk about things they've overcome. We're also going to have some experts on too, talking about different things, different tools, different ways that you can change your outlook. Is there anything else that you think is important to mention?
Circle around like, hey, we're not trying to be professionals in certain avenues. We're bringing a collective of lived experiences with these individuals that are professionals in their own right. And we are helping facilitate their lived experience, their life, into a narrative that people are able to understand and connect with and say, oh my gosh, I would love to learn more from this individual. Here's how we can connect you to them or connect you to the same thread of therapy or thread of career field that they're in, where they're finding purpose, they're finding direction in that, because that's really what we're all trying to work through here is build a better connection within our communities and broaden it. And so if these individuals are great assets to someone, we want to give them a direct line, not so much that they can have their direct phone number, but just an understanding of like, oh my gosh, I've thought about this for my own self. This person is doing it in their life. Oh wow, I'm gonna connect with them. I'm gonna go down that same vein. I'm gonna do research and see where I can put myself in my community or start it in my own community. And so a lot of these individuals where we think I'm only one person. I'm too small. I don't have enough experience. We realize that our lived experience gives us a lot of validity and a lot of action items to say, oh, I can leverage this and I can build upon that. And so that's what I hope through the Stig, we're able to show individuals you're not by yourself. There's a lot of other individuals that are thinking exactly like you. And we all want to do better. We want to live better. We want to show up as better fathers, partners, parents, coaches, leaders, whatever it might be. That's what the Stig is about.
We're really excited to have you guys along with us. We're open to feedback. We want your feedback. We want to inspire you. And we want to build this movement together. So we expect to start releasing episodes in the next couple weeks. What we're going to try to do is keep the episodes somewhat short so it's easily digestible and something that you could listen to in a short car ride and maybe pick up some inspiration. We'll have some longer form interviews as well with some hopefully interesting people. Check us out. We're going to be on YouTube, anywhere you find your podcasts, and social media. And please feel free to say, hey, we're real approachable and we're really excited to talk to people about this. And if you ever have any ideas, share them as well. We'll be talking with you very soon.
This is just the start.